What is up, guys? It's Mason, and it has definitely been a long while since I posted, especially after the nationals. I was just kind of like taking a break and working on some other stuff non-chess related. So yeah, we are continuing with our 15 plus 10. My opponent is playing these fianchettoed modern style positions, King's Indian attack. The only King's Indian attack, popular King's Indian attack game I know is Bobby Fischer versus Miek Moshrin. And trust me, I don't remember anything. So as it stands now, I'm just going in. I'm just playing what I think is normal, what I think is okay for such positions. Normally when your opponent plays like this, I mean, it's completely fine to put your bishop on a square like D. Okay, so I'm predicting this. I mean, doing it now doesn't really help my opponent. So I'm expecting like this to come in first before he attempts a move like that. And it's for that reason I don't want to put my bishop here, at least for now. Yeah, I think this is fine. If he does go for it, I'm just going to take. I don't see any immediate way by which my opponent can add pressure, right? He's going for a double fianchetto position. So if I do this, what does he do? He might have to play like pawn push. I mean, that's nothing for me. But it does slow down his plan and make it a little bit hard. Do I want to go for something like that? Bishop here. He can't go bishop here because that's bad. Bishop here. He also can't go knight here because that's bad. So bishop here. Most likely move is D4. In which case I go back and then develop my knight here. Looking at this. I could honestly just play knight here. And the move I'm thinking about playing is not really necessary. But let's do it for fun. Let's just see what my opponent does. He does this, I just come back. There's no real point to that. Just making my opponent feel useless for like playing this move. And it's still difficult for my opponent to bring his knight like in this square. I could play h6 first. And the point of playing h6 is that should he come in this way, I can come in this way. And the point for that is like my opponent, like knight here. Knight here. Knight f6, knight h4, bishop comes to g4, g3, maybe this, and then okay, I'm more or less I'm planning on going queen side. So I think if he does that, I'll be very happy with him. I'll be very interested to see what the angel says about this nonsensical move I played here. This move is not a problem. Maybe c4 is something I have to think about. Okay, maybe unless he plays it, I don't want to play a move like that, like when it's unprovoked. So h4, I can still castle despite the fact that I've played h5. Interesting. This allows this, and there are some possible sacrifices I can play on this square. My other screen has gone off, and I hope it doesn't disturb the recording, because sometimes it affects the overlay size. Give me a second, let me try and fix it. Give me a second. Okay, so we are back. I would like to go knight here. I mean, playing this move makes it so obvious I want to go queen side, which is kind of like why I'm a little bit hesitant to play it. I would like my knight here for... Okay. I'll do it. Let's see what he does. Does he go C? But I want to go knight here. Takes. And if I could get like my queen here and find like a threat like on this square, I'll be very happy with that. I would honestly be very happy with that. E4, E5 is not possible for him. Okay, he plays that. But if I take and he takes, and I come in here with this move, what does he do? Is pawn push possible? Like if I go takes, he takes. Oh, knight here. Knight here is beautiful. Knight to g4 is beautiful because now if he plays this move, I jump in here. So I think I can take. I'm not caring about this move so much because I think I have this. This move just makes it difficult for him to play the game. And now you can see moves like this coming in, right? It's so beautiful, right? So like queen comes in here, then we have this move. Knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes, check. The king comes in here, and I think the moves are becoming interesting. Yeah, so you can't kick my knight out easily. So an idea I have is takes, takes, queen takes. In which case he has to move his rook. I come in here with check. He goes in this way. I come in here. I don't know if I can win there. I don't know if that sacrifice works, but already I'm looking at so many beautiful things that can happen in this position. I would like to retreat. Okay, so pawn takes, more likely bishop takes, right? And after bishop takes, maybe I go in this way. No, or do I just sacrifice? Takes, he takes, I take. Then he has to think about this. I shouldn't get too trigger happy with the sacrifices because they don't really work. Okay, so if pawn takes, knight takes, that's actually a problem because now he wants to trade off queens. Okay, in which case I do have queen here and I can play this move. This is actually a little bit difficult. I feel like I should be better slightly, but then there's still too much to think about. So pawn takes, I could play bishop takes, but then he's still going to take. So pawn takes just to see what he takes with. If he takes with the bishop, it gets a little confusing. Actually, if he takes with the bishop, I have knight takes, attacking his queen. And if rook takes, I can take here, right? No, I can't. If only there was a way to like get in straight with a check, I would be so convinced about this. Okay, so takes first, I think is the way to go. I believe he's going to play knight takes for some reason. That's what I believe. It's bishop. Okay, if I let him take, it might not be a good idea because now he's opening things up. So if I take, he plays knight takes. I have queen here, targeting this. If he plays pawn push, I have bishop here, giving him a check and making his position very bad. So takes, knight takes, queen comes in here. If he comes in here with his queen to defend, I have this move. Queen comes in here. What do I do? This position just looks good for me. I just don't know how to finalize it. Takes, knight takes. Queen comes in here. I see something I didn't see earlier. He has a check. Okay. Here he has knight jumps in check. So I can play this knight jumps in check. And can I play a silly move like this? It's a very big question. I could play, for example, bishop takes, pawn takes, and check here doesn't really matter. Or I could play this, check here, king comes up. Then if king comes in here, sorry, then if takes, I take here. And this should be mate, right? So like this is checkmate, so he has to move this. Then check, then this should be mate, right? That's should this knight move. If not, then I'm wasting my time. Oh, I keep forgetting. If I take, he can play queen takes, in which case I just have to take back, but that's a pawn. So here, let's say knight comes in, takes. Then I castle queen side, right? A little bit hard. Another simple thing I could try to do here is to go like queen d5, takes, knight jumps in, takes. No, this pawn is going to become a nuisance if I allow this captures, which is why I actually don't want to allow the capture. So I'm kind of thinking about something like queen here, and on queen there, if knight comes in here, check, I play like king here, which means that his queen can come in here. Okay, his queen can't come in there actually. Then I'm going to move my rook in this way. That's kind of like the idea I'm looking at. My rook can move in this way, and I can go for takes. If rook takes, then I have rook takes here, check. Right? So let's go for this. Another interesting thing is that if he does something else, like an irrelevant move like this, then I do have like here, if, okay, actually I don't have that. I forgot that the knight can jump back to defend. Actually, the knight jumps back to defend, I have takes here. And that's about it. There's nothing more. So this is kind of like one of the moves I'm looking at. I mean, this move could be played at some point. So this move kind of like deters that whole idea. Of course, you might try like bishop here, in which case maybe I just play pawn push. And after pawn push goes back, maybe I castle. Like I can't do that. Like it's within. I have every right to do that. So I'm looking at knight here, king comes this way. There's no immediate way he can cause me problems. For example, like if queen here, trying to target this square. Okay, actually maybe that's a problem. I could play this, but then he takes it. Okay, so just pawn push up. If pawn takes, I play pawn takes, and that opens this up for me, which is actually what I want. So my king is going to be very unsafe, but I feel like the resulting position might be very good. But I hope you guys are having a very wonderful time studying chess and so on and so forth. I basically have taken lots of break from chess. I do play it casually, but I'm not studying anymore. Yeah, story of my life. You know me, right? You know me already. I try to study, but I can't study it. My opponent is taking his first long think of the game. The longest he has thought so far since the game started was 49 seconds. And I think this is the first time he has spent almost 2 minutes on the move. The only move I think is problematic is knight to d6 check. I don't see any other problematic move besides that. Even now I can castle. So the castling is not really my problem. Like if he does like, let's say rook here, which is strange, I can literally castle here. Because knight here does nothing at that point, because now I just go rook and start like stressing him out with these moves. Queen comes in here. I don't support that move. Again, the same idea. Yeah, this is the move I was talking about. Takes, he takes here. And the reason I don't like that is because it opens this. So this is why I decided I would go here. If I've messed up, I've messed up. Queen comes in here. We've looked at that. And we looked at pawn push. And we said after pawn push, if takes, we take this way with our pawn. The bishop here holds it. The knight also holds it. And now we have this rook coming to cause problems for our opponent. Another thing I could try and do is that... Oh, that doesn't work. No, okay, yeah, it would work if the king comes in here. I could play this if my opponent takes and I take here. Because now if you take here... Okay, I'm just dead. I don't know what I was thinking. That was dumb. I was thinking I could take the knight for free, but I can't. Oh, yeah, and now that actually brings it to mind. If he plays this, I just take. Yeah, that actually now brings that to mind. Yeah. As for whether it works, I'm not so sure. So I don't know which one I prefer. I don't know if I prefer pawn push. Like, what will really goad him into taking is to push twice. If I push once, he would still take. Oh, he moves there. That is... Okay, so why there? I could play this move. Takes, takes, bishop takes, and I'm opening stuff up. This is too slow. Because it's not just a two move thing. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, for like 5. It's not that simple of an idea. But this 1, 2, 3 immediately poses pressure on this square. I don't know if he's coming in here. I don't know if he's coming in. I don't know where this queen is going, to be frank. I don't know where this queen is going. The best I can think about is that he's trying to come in here with his rook. Again, here I don't know. I don't know what he's going to try and do. It's very risky what I'm doing. Or did he want to come in here to try and come in this way? I mean, it's all possible. Okay. Oh, I didn't think of the fact that he was also trying to alleviate the pressure of this bishop to play a move like this. I actually didn't look at that. Because like if he plays a move like this, it's going to be, yeah. I would have to play a move like this, which is very sad actually. Yeah, because that would make perfect sense, right? So if your queen is here, and you want to move your bishop here, this is going to be like an issue for you, because here, it's not really a big issue, but I mean, I get where he's coming from. I see an issue. So takes, he comes in here. If I take here, he can play bishop take. So I can play bishop take now. Sorry, I can. What am I saying? If I take here and he plays queen here. Okay, I can play rook here, holding it. I wish I could play this move, to be frank. Okay, so if I take this now and he takes, and I play rook here, is that fine? Like, I want to play this first. Let's see my opponent come in here, then play take. Then after he takes, then that means I have this square. That seems like the way to go. Because if I go in here now, it makes it so simple for him to plan something else. I've forgotten there's another move I saw, but I can't remember it. So I'm going to go here first. A very funny idea is like if I play this, he could play takes. Takes, queen comes in, check, then I come in here. Which I still think is fine for me. So here. But now I can play takes and I'm putting pressure here. I can actually play takes, knight takes, takes, and then you can see that this pressure was building up. Begins to work. Yeah, it would be nice if like my rooks were connected, don't you think? This position would look, I would feel much more comfortable if that was the case. Aha, the second thing I was looking at was bishop coming in here. In which case now I'm not so worried about, I think. Because like, should the bishop come in here, then I think I just retreat here. Because now if the knight jumps back, I can take. And I still have control over this. And I think my king is relatively safe. Of course, like, he now has that annoying, whatchamacallit. But I think I'll be fine. So here, do I have takes immediately? Because after knight jumps back, I can still just go back here. And now I have pressure here. Because now if bishop takes, king takes, this is a very fine position for me. Of course, my opponent can like build up the pressure with like rook a to e1, I think. But I think that's fine. I'm not so sure. I don't think I'm scared of this move. I don't think this move is something I should be scared of. Back there is not something I really thought much about. But why I like this is because now there's not so much like... So if I take, if I play bishop takes here, and he plays knight takes. Mind you, this bishop has not been doing anything. It's a good bishop. It hasn't been doing anything concerning my attack here. So if I can play like bishop here, bishop back, go h4, I would like the position. Could this knight be going anywhere else? I'm not so sure. It's possible he will move his king so he can push this forward. That's one of the lines I'm looking at. So bishop takes, I think, is a simple move I can play. Unless, of course, I've missed something. Which if I have, then I'm very bad at this game. Knight jumps in here. I think I'll play bishop takes first because after pawn takes, knight takes. Yeah, so I thought, so bishop takes. I think bishop takes, right? Because knight, I might need my knight, or I won't need my knight. Because knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, check. King comes in this way, check. I think I can draw. I think I should go for the draw. What do you guys think? I think I should go for the draw. Another like interesting way I could try and do it is to go takes, knight takes. Actually, yeah, if knight allow knight takes is wrong. So I think I should just go for the draw. He has a check here, but if he uses that check, I think that's wrong. So the other move I'm looking at is like, for example, takes here. If rook or queen takes, we have check. Then the king can come in this way, which I didn't see. Okay, so he has like a 2-move checkmate plan. Okay, so pawn push, bishop check, king comes in here. Let's say queen comes in here. And then rook comes in here, checkmate, right? Yeah. Takes, bishop takes, I thought works, but then after takes check, right? King is coming in this way, and that's where the problem lies. So what was the move I was thinking about? Pawn push, right? Pawn push. If I can get pawn takes, he can't play pawn takes, so he might have to move the king this way. Of course, I could also just play this and then aim for this, right? Which I think is dumb. This check, I don't know if it's useful. It doesn't look useful now. Because the best I think you can do with this is to sacrifice, right? As in, like, here, king comes in here, queen takes, pawn takes, kind of sacrifice. But I don't think that works. If he takes, I think I can just take here for free. He has to go to, like, a light square. In which case, I can play this. I wish I could play some other move. But, yeah, I saw this. So here... now that this guy is gone, I'm not so worried. So now takes is a very nice idea. He has 2 more moves to try and get a checkmate on me. I don't think it works though, but that's fine. If he pushes the king forward, I should just take. I shouldn't try to be fancy about it. Yeah, so that's what he was looking for. Now I can take. So now 1, 2 could be one of it. King has to move somewhere. If the king moves like here, I can play pawn push. And if the king takes, then what he's trying to avoid is now coming into play. Okay, so if I take here, he can play something. Rook takes, those things don't work here. I just have this move. He can't take with any of them. The king is kind of like just stuck here. So his best option is to try and like get out of there. Okay, so I still have check. I would love to play a move like this, but it doesn't work. Does it actually? Queen here, check here. I don't think that works. Check here. He can come in this way, which I don't like. I do like this though. So here, if he comes in this way, I have, oh, immediately win the queen. Yeah, so this move is very powerful. So here, he can come in here to try and like attack my rook. In which case, I think I can just play this move. Wait, is that really a problem? Okay, I can win the rook. Should I just win the rook? His advantage here is that he has a rook. I don't, in a manner of speaking. Check here is what I'm looking at. I think you should win this pawn. I don't think there's a point in not winning this pawn. So check. I can trade off the bishops. I'll be very happy with this position. Okay. He's making this a little bit too simple. Yeah. I can play this to try and hold it. I'm looking at rook here, which is a very annoying move. Trying to gain time using checks. Okay, that's fine. If I come here, he has this check. If I come here, he has no check. Okay, so here. This is my fork. So for example, if he tries to come here, I can easily try to hold this guy. I can hide here. I can also come in this way now. This pawn is what's worrying me so far. So he has to play this. If he comes here, this way it gets tricky. I'm sorry if I've stopped talking a lot now, because the way it's going, he can try and trade off, which is where the problem comes in. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so takes, he takes, I take with check. King comes up. May be fine. I may be fine if I lose it regardless. Okay, I'll take. I'll allow him to take it. Oh, I forgot. Oh shit, I forgot. It's likely to be a draw. He's going to take here. I'm going to take here. Actually, it may not even be a draw. The king is far away. I think that's where my secret lies. If you can't see, I'm fine. It should be a draw. I'd run with a Lucina. Maybe I should have cut off the king first. Maybe that's what I should have done. Oh, I don't remember the Philidor's defense, to be frank. I don't remember anything. If I remembered, I would have said so, but I don't remember anything. My ignorance is showing. Interesting. Come on. I know, like... Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted a draw earlier, but then we still play this. I possibly messed this up. I don't know if I could have done that earlier. It's possible this is just a draw, but I could have, like, if I could remember how to do that position, possibly I would have gotten forced a win, because I've been doing that recently. Yeah, it gives me a very good possibility. Oh, so you see, I messed it up there. I think I should have gone here. Then after king comes in here, then I block off the king. I think that's what I should have done. Then to get the Lucina, I'm thinking, because now my opponent would have to come something like this. I would come in here, he would come in check, I'd come in here, he'd come in here, I'd come in here. He would have to sort of like try and repeat the process. I come in here, he'd come in here, I come in here, he'd come in here. That's what I was kind of like trying to remember. But I wasn't so sure if that was the right thing or not. Then we keep doing this until we get into, for example, this position. This is the key position we are looking at. Coming in here just doesn't help my opponent. So it's called the sit rank defense. So basically, it may not even have to be on the sit rank. But the point here is that I can play the move. Let's say my opponent plays this move. I could play the move check. Then the opponent shouldn't come forward, because I think if he comes forward... Wait. I think it's check. Oh, I'm confusing myself right now. If the king comes in here, of course, you have this and then you play pawn push. Over here... Oh. Why can't I remember this check? I think if you play this, your opponent comes in. So I think you come in this way. Then your opponent has to make another waiting move. Let's see here. Then you come in this way, he comes in this way, he comes in this way, you come in this way, check, you come in this way, he comes in this way, you come in here, check, you come in this way now. Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm saying. So I remember something about it. So I think the point is that you start with the check and your opponent has to move back. Because if he moves forward, then that's just clearly winning. Because you have check, and I don't think it really matters, does it? Doesn't it? Yeah. You can just cover yourself in here like this. Here, because now if your opponent tries to take, you're completely fine. And here, you can just go in with check. No, yes, check. Yeah, and you're one. Yeah. Why couldn't I remember this? Look, I had the feeling that's what I had to do, but I started wrongly. Like my first move was, not my first move. Like when I played this move, I could have played this. The reason why I was a little bit afraid was because of this. But then it doesn't matter because I just lock out the king. Even this is even crazy. Because when the king is just too far away from the defense. I should have known this. I'm actually very disturbed and very angry at myself. There's a very long video. Let's cut it short. So I played a very funny idea here, which I don't think the computer would like. I played after this. Since black is slightly better, I played this, force this, and come back here. Engine still thinks black is fine. 0.2 is basically equal. And now we get into this interesting position. Let's go after the trade here. And here I think I was very okay. Still equal. So I overestimated my position a bit. But after this, when did I feel like I was controlling the game? Here. So I wasn't controlling the game. I think, yeah, maybe my opponent played slightly inaccurately because I felt this put a lot of pressure on me. I didn't see how like I was going to defend against this, right? This is just bad, right? So I couldn't see how well I could defend. Of course, I settled on like pawn push. I'm sorry. I settled on like if here, then pawn push. If pawn push, pawn takes. I have these two defenders and I can bring my rook here. That's what I was concluding on. But as you can see, the engine doesn't agree. I'll get deep into all those lines in my free time. But here, I feel like black is just doing fine. Because it's very difficult for my opponent to come up with a checkmating motif. Because you have to come in here. Let's just say here. Then you have to come in here before you have any ideas concerning this, right? And of course, I have to be like dead blind to allow it, you know? So, yeah. So here I suddenly feel, okay, maybe I missed an opportunity here. Yeah, I thought so. Because takes. King comes in here. Now, what I was thinking about was this move. And I think I mentioned it. But I don't see how this move helps. Because I look at this and I'm like, okay, what have I achieved? Maybe check. Oh, if king keeps coming in, then we have this and we win the... Oh, so he has to do what? He has to go in here. Any other brilliant moves? Oh, we just win the queen. Okay, so he shouldn't. So that move was actually a little bit okay. So here, the question is why was I bringing my queen here? For example, if takes, I take. He has to take with the queen. I can take, and I think this is just completely fine. That was actually the reason. I can't remember what the reason was. I thought I was completely winning here. I just couldn't find it. Especially because of this bishop. No, this move was bad, but it ended up being good. I thought I could have been a little bit patient, but I didn't know. Like, for example, I thought I could play something like this and, like, work my way into it. Because if in this position we get rook takes, queen takes, queen takes, king takes, this is much easier to win than what I actually had in the game. This is very easy to win, right? Because all I have to do is bring my king here, and I can start making problems for my opponent. This bishop isn't doing anything. Interesting to think to here is that I could even, for example, do this. Let's say my opponent comes in here. I'm going to come in here. Let's say he comes in here. I'm going to come in here. Let's say he comes in here. And I can literally try and do this. Not here, of course. Like, I can literally trade off my bishop, my rook for the bishop. Because these are two pass pawns. I don't see how my opponent is defending against this, right? So this game was won. Of course, I didn't win it throughout, but I think it was won. Yeah. Anyways, this is long as 15 minutes. I don't want my videos to be so long. I wish there was a way I could cut it up so that like it wouldn't be so long for you guys. But I'm sure it'll be a very instructive game for you. Those who understand endgames will be screaming at the screen saying this guy sucks. But yeah, good to see I still have my form against the 1700. We gained how many rating points? 3 rating points. I will take it. So guys, thank you so much for being around. I really enjoy your presence here, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Peace.